When the Singapore government will pay back the country's past reserves depends on how things turn out from here. But Deputy Prime Minister Heng Keat said it's committed to rebuilding these funds. He was responding to questions in Parliament over the unprecedented $193 billion set aside so far for 4 budgets to support the economy during COVID-19. For more on Mr. Heng's Fortitude Budget Roundup speech, we're joined by Brandon Tenoto. Brandon, that $52 billion drawn from the past reserves, will it be restored?
Thanks, Steve. Well, Mr. Heng said that given the uncertainties over how the pandemic will pan out, the government cannot be definitive as to when the amount will be returned. Now, he also added there's no legal or constitutional obligations for the government to do so either. Now, this marks the second time that the Singapore government is dipping into its reserves. The first time being in 2009, where it drew $4 billion from the reserves to cushion the economic impact arising from the global financial crisis. Now, the amount was returned to the reserves in 2011 after the economy recovered.
This current crisis is of a significantly larger scale and reach than the global financial crisis. We are facing huge uncertainties regarding the cause of the pandemic and its economic and social implications. We do not know. What we do know is that there will likely not be a V-shaped recovery, unlike in past crises. And the amount that we're tapping on is $52 billion. So how long would it take to build this back? We cannot be definitive. At this moment, we must focus our minds fully on making the best use of the resources that we have deployed, be prepared to work hard in the years to come, and have the resolve to rebuild our economy. In this way, the Singapore economy can emerge stronger and will be in a strong position to build up our resources. But rest assured that we are committed to rebuild not just our reserves, but also to continue developing Singaporeans and building Singapore.
Brandon, with all that money being spent, how does the government intend to keep spending sustainable?
Well, thanks, Glenda. Now, Mr. Heng said it is important to continue to plan ahead, even when dealing with the current situation. Now, he added that the country still needs to continue investing in healthcare, education and training, as well as infrastructure. But it is key that Singapore does not burden future generations with its bills. And that's achieved through a principled fiscal strategy where each generation rightly pays for the benefits that they enjoy.
Recurrent spending should be met with recurrent revenues. Such spending primarily benefits the current generation of Singaporeans. And so it is fair and responsible for all of us to do our part and chip in. In the Unity Budget, I announced that the GST rate increase will not take effect in 2021. However, we will not be able to put off the increase indefinitely, and this will still be needed by 2025. With this differentiated and principled fiscal strategy, each generation rightly pays for the benefits that they enjoy, and we do not saddle future generations with our bills. This is an equitable approach and will continue to be the cornerstone of fiscal sustainability for Singapore.